What's up, everybody? Joe White here. Sorry the video is blurry. It's dark out. Or it's actually, the sun is rising. It's 6:30 in the morning when I'm recording this, so the camera doesn't know whether to go light or dark on the autofocus, so. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing. Hit the bell icon. I'll get to Roman Reigns here in a moment. Oh God, oh yeah, I got something to say regarding that shit. Well, let's talk about a couple movie reviews. I got to actually go home for about a day and a half here. Actually, I just left home this morning. Going down to taking a load of yogurt. Picked up at the Chobani Yogurt Factory in New Berlin, New York. Which is upstate New York, up around Utica and all that. Where I hear that they have a lovely, I hear that they have a awesome desk anchor up there in Utica, New York for 2 weeks by the name of Lance Catamaran. Remember him? Anyway. I'm sorry. That shit was funny. The Southpaw Regional Wrestling stuff was funny as hell. Anyway, I managed to go to my local movie theater and see a couple movies over the last couple days. Last night, my son has been begging me to go see the How to Train Your Dragon How to Train Your Dragon movie. So I went and took him to see the How to Train. Now, I had not seen either of the previous two How to Train Your Dragon movies. So I was like, alright, fine. My son has. You know, you all do the thing where you just sit through the damn movie with the kid. You take the kid out to a movie, you treat the kid to the movie, and parent, much like a WWE show nowadays, the kids just drag their parents along. That's the casual fans. That's your casual audience, is parents who get dragged into it. But I actually like the third one. I actually like the How to Train Your Dragon. Now, is it the best movie ever? No. Is there very little plot and character development? Yes, there's very little of that, but for a little popcorn movie, you take your kid to go see where he sits there and, you know, screams and yells and hoo-haws at the dragons. And the animation style was very good, but story-wise, plot-wise, character-wise, yeah. I'm going to give it a C. C grade. 2.5 stars. It's. Take your kids to see it. They'll have a good time. You'll be a good parent. You know, go ahead. The other movie I saw was Fighting With My Family, which is the biopic of WWE superstar Paige. And, of course, it's produced and co-starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, even though Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's in it for 2 scenes. Literally 2 scenes. Each of which lasting about 10 minutes apiece. Not even 10 minutes, I'll say 5 minutes apiece. The girl who they got to play Paige, I think her name is Michelle Pugh. Her last name is Pugh, I know that. She's awesome. She looks like Paige. She talks like Paige. She moves like Paige. She got this character so well. The 2 guys who they got playing her parents, fucking hilarious, man. Absolutely awesome. They really conveyed the British culture in this movie. The guy who they have playing her brother hits it out of the park. I mean, everybody in this movie is fucking good. Vince Vaughn, who I'm not a fan of. The only movie I ever really liked Vince Vaughn in was Old School, and I tolerated him in that. Was freaking phenomenal. I loved Vince Vaughn's character in this movie. Now, here's the thing about Fighting With My Family. If you're a hardcore wrestling fan like me, you're probably going to have very mixed feelings about it, which I did. But if you can block your fandom out of your mind for those 2 hours or hour and 45 minutes, and if you can, hold on, guys, gotta make a lane change here. If you can not be so nitpicky, like the first time Paige comes out on SmackDown, it says SmackDown Live, and it's the new Titantron stage set up, not the ribbon Titantron like what they called before. And it was I'm sitting here going, SmackDown wasn't live yet. This wasn't like this. That wasn't like that. If you can, you know, The Rock is not, spoiler alert, The Rock is not going to be the one to tell you, hey, you're debuting on the main roster tomorrow, you know? In fact, I don't even think WWE calls it the main roster. That's what kills me about this whole thing. The fact that WWE is producing something, and it's probably the best WWE films, or it's the best movie under the WWE Films banner ever. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, don't get me wrong. The acting was great. The characters were great. The story was fucking amazing. This is huge for WWE, in my opinion. Is it going to do gangbuster numbers at the box office? No. I have not looked at the box office numbers yet, but the How to Train Your Dragon and the Alita Battle Angel, which I wanted to see but couldn't this past weekend, they're going to be number 1 and 2, and I think how to you know, the Fighting With My Family is going to be number 3. But that's still respectable. You know, for a WWE film production, that's still to come in at number 3? That's pretty damn good. I gave the movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was great. I want to see more of this Michelle Pugh because she's fucking cute as hell. She's sexy as fuck in this movie, I'm sorry. But she looks great. She got the part. She moved, you know, you can tell that she really wanted to do this and was really, really into it. So, if you have not gone and seen Fighting With My Family yet, you need to go check this one out. You won't be disappointed. Again, if you can throw the nitpicky stuff away and realize, hey, it's a fucking movie. It's Vince Vaughn just does a fucking, he steals the show, in my opinion. So there you go, 2 movie reviews. I have not been playing video games lately, mainly because the TV in the truck is broken, and I just have not had time. I got the Nintendo Switch on the truck, but it's just a matter of, you know, here lately it's been go, 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 you know? And when I did have time off, like, yesterday was the first time I had seen the house in a month. So, I left back in January and haven't seen the house in a month. So, I spent time with my kids, I spent time with my, you know, my girl, and just chilled out. So, now let's get to Roman Reigns. Everybody wants me to talk about Roman Reigns. Everybody's seeing the tweet that I said about his chemo haircut and all that stuff. It was a joke. Get over it. You know, I've had family members who have had cancer. My aunt has had breast cancer. My grandfather on my father's side died from bone cancer. My mother has had lung cancer, died of lung cancer actually. So, I know what it's like to go through that. But at the same time, you know, and I'm not gonna sit here and go the whole route of, if you were offended, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna pull the snowflake SJW thing, but I'm not gonna double down on the comment either. I'm just going to say this. If we threw a pity party for everybody who had cancer in this world, we would, you know, I'm sorry, it would be more snowflake and sourpuss than it already is. If Roman Reigns was not Roman Reigns, if he was just Joe Anuagi, construction worker who came down with leukemia, would anybody really give a shit? No. What makes this guy any different? That's my take on it. This whole thing of, in October, we got to kiss everybody's ass and wear pink and all this. I'm like, dude, you know, why don't we do the same for anybody who's ever had the flu? Because you could die from the flu. You could die from strep throat. You could die from any disease. I've heard of it happening. So I'm sorry. No, I have no fucking sympathy for the guy. He's no different than anybody, any other regular Joe out there who has cancer and is having to go through it. Do I wish death upon the guy? No. Do I hope he feels better? Yes. Do I agree with WWE using it like they are now? At first I was like, okay, they're using it to turn Dean heel, which it didn't fucking work because the SJW snowflake world that we live in, it didn't work. But here we go now, we're less than 6 months. Less than 6 months. And he's going to come back. Everybody's saying he's returning to the ring. And WWE, and you know, it's not WWE's fault for using him and his leukemia as a way to fucking get some shit over, including Roman himself. If you want to have anybody to blame Roman Reigns. Because I see so many of these people going, no, WWE's just using cancer to advance storylines. They're using his battle with leukemia as a way to further storylines. How distasteful. Do you not think that if Roman Reigns had a fucking problem with it, he wouldn't be getting on the phone to Vince going, hey, could you stop? My kids are watching this. My wife is watching this. My family's watching this. And it's tearing them apart. Stop. But no, he's not doing that. In fact, he does the big speech in the ring, knowing full well what was going to happen later that night. And now, he's doing the big comeback thing tonight on Raw, knowing full well. And Vince is just sitting there going, God damn, pal, we found a way to get him over. Ha ha ha! They can't boo him now. I hope they do boo him. I hope they do boo him, because Roman Reigns is just Joe in Hawaii. Joe in Hawaii. Let me get this right here for Jeff Edwards. Joe in Hawaii, a.k.a. Roman Reigns, is just as responsible for tugging on your fucking heartstrings and eating at your fucking emotions and fucking goddamn working you. Is the cancer at work? No. But the way they're portraying this is. And he's got you. He got you all. Hook, line, and fucking sinker. But you know what? I'm not going to sit there and change my position on the character just because he had fucking cancer. He's a fucking moron. Need we not forget this is the same idiot that went out there and said suffering succotash 2 or 3 years ago. This is the guy who they've shoved down our fucking throats for fucking 5 years now. And he ain't over then. And guess what? Cancer doesn't make him over with me now. So anybody out there who is sitting there going, you shouldn't boo Roman Reigns, and you shouldn't criticize Joe Hawaii because he's got cancer. Fuck you. That's what I gotta say. Because he's responsible for using it as a goddamn con item to fucking make him babyface. And to where nobody can boo him. He's the motherfucker. He's just as responsible for it as Vince and WWE is. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if it was his idea. Big dog. They can't boo me if I got leukemia. I could go out there and say suffering succotash again. They'll cheer me because I got leukemia. That's what the fucking ploy is. Does he really have leukemia? Yes. Do I think he, Roman Reigns, Joe Hawaii, should be letting them use it as a fucking exploit? No. But guess what? He fucking is. So anybody who wants to blame Vince, I'm taking up for the WWE on this one. Oh yeah, I'm taking up for him this time. Anybody who wants to blame WWE and fucking Vince McMahon for using his leukemia as a way to get him over, and as a goddamn way to turn Ambrose heel. You don't need to criticize Vince. You don't need to criticize WWE. You need to criticize Joe Anua'i, because he's letting it happen. And anybody who says any different, you got fucking blinders on. Because like I said, he could very well call Vince and go, hey man, don't do that. And if you do it again, I'm going to go on Twitter and ask and fucking tell him how I don't want him doing this, or I don't want y'all doing this, and it's going to make y'all look bad. So, anybody who has a fucking objection to it, you need to tag at Roman Reigns on Twitter, or whatever his fucking Twitter handle is, and direct your hate that way, just as much as you're directing it WWE's way. The WWE has released a lot of people, one of which was by design, the other two were by choice. Well, actually 3. 4 people got released, 2 of which were by fucking them doing it, by WWE's choice, the other 2 were not. Ty Dillinger outright asked for his fucking release on Twitter, and he got it. Now he's going to go to AEW. All the rumors are already starting. And he's going to do the 10-10-10 thing, because guess what? That kind of shit fits that AEW annoying as fuck fan, soccer chant, British fuckers mold. Yes, it fits the mold. Fuck, they're already fucking doing it. 10. They do it all the time now. Why not give him the guy who started it? And a little thing about Ty Dillinger, he's very much in that Tyler Breeze role, in that he was never meant to get out of NXT. He was never meant to get over. He was there as a good little hand to get people over. Okay? He was the journeyman role. Hideo Itami. I never got the sense that Hideo Itami wanted to be there. The only thing I got out of him was that he was very injury prone. How about this? 17 minutes you've seen the sunrise. How about that? You know, he was injured more than he was there. His time in NXT was ho-hum. His time on the damn main roster, ho-hum. They never knew what to do with him. He didn't want to learn English. So, I was all into him in NXT when he first debuted. Because I'm like, fuck yeah, we got Kenta. And, you know, you can't blame Vince for this one. You can't really blame Triple H for it. You know, they tried to strap the rocket to him, and it's like every time they strapped the rocket to him, he got injured. And they had to rebuild the rocket and rebuild him, and it just wasn't a good fit. So, is he going to go back to Japan? Yeah. Do I think he needs to pop up in New Japan? Yeah. Hell, I would love to see Kenta go up against Takahashi. Is it Takahashi? I think it's Takahashi. The dude with Daryl, the fucking cat. Hell, I would love to see Kenta versus fucking Jay White. I think that would be a hell of a match. Anyway. So let's see, we covered Ty Dillinger. We covered Kenta. Those are the 2 that asked for their release, to my knowledge. TJ Perkins got released. He didn't want to leave. But do I think they ruined him? Yeah. Was he a big deal to begin with? Only on the West Coast. He wasn't really a indie darling, if you will. I never saw what the big deal about him was his damn entrance music and his damn Titantron theme. That's was the big deal. He came out dabbing, for crying out loud. And as old Bobby Ventura, the Steamtown Stunner, the Electric City Saint, said on the latest Soldiers of Shoot video, the dabbing thing was about 5 years too late, and he never really got over it. He should not have won that Cruiserweight Classic. To me, that was Cedric Alexander's tournament to win. They should have handed it to him. So there you go, TJP. Gone. The fourth one that's been released is if you believe what Meltzer's saying, is a crazy one, and that's Arn Anderson. You know, you got them celebrating Ric Flair's birthday this Monday night tonight, 70th birthday, which I saw a video of the celebration. And how weird is it that Jericho is off in AEW and starting the AEW thing, and it's like, we're going to rule the universe. And here it is, him and Triple H are sitting there together at Ric Flair's birthday party, along with Shane McMahon. That just shows you that it's business. It's all business. Now, it's not personal. It's strictly business, Sonny. As old Michael Corleone said. So, Arn Anderson has been released by WWE. He's an agent. He's been there since 2001, so 18 years he's been there. Or March would have been 18 years. And apparently he had some kind of altercation with Vince McMahon backstage, some kind of yelling match. And Vince fired him. And this is all according to the Wrestling Observer. Meltzer saying that he's going to be missed. He was apparently John Cena's agent backstage. John Cena had him agent all his matches. Which Meltzer is saying that this is a sign that they're moving away from John Cena. I don't see how that is, because it's, you know, he's a fucking agent. Like they're really going to sit there and pay attention if John Cena were to go, don't fire him, he's my agent. No, you can get a new agent. I think that Vince has been looking to do this for a long time, because as they said on the Soldiers of Shoot, I think they're bringing in fresh faces, new producers. They need to probably bring in new writers. They probably need to let a few writers go. Wrestling is a fickle beast, because, you know, for so many years we heard the whole adage of creative has nothing for you, so we're going to let you go. And that always mystified me, because if I'm writing for, you know, let's say, what's the big sitcom on TV, or The Walking Dead. If I'm a writer on The Walking Dead, and I looked at the showrunner for Walking Dead, or if I, you know, and I looked at the showrunner for Walking Dead, and I said, man, I can't come up with anything for Daryl this week. They're not going to go fire Norman Reedus and go, the writers have nothing for Daryl this week, so we're going to let you go. They're going to fire the writer. They're going to fire me. And they're going to get somebody in there who can write and come up with something for Daryl to do. But wrestling is the only business where, you know, if it were the wrestling business, if the wrestling business were running The Walking Dead, they'd be like, you ain't got nothing for Daryl to do? Alright. Bye, Daryl. So, I've always said that, you know, fire the writers. Which, maybe they need to fire Vince. Vince needs to go. So, anyway. The Arn Anderson one is a complete shock to me. They're there celebrating Ric Flair's birthday this Monday, and Arn Anderson's not going to be there. It's weird. It's very weird to think about. So, another big thing is the StarCast thing. Everybody's, you know, I think I covered the Undertaker going to StarCast, and Con Man Thompson. I'll call him Con Man Thompson running that. So, apparently the Undertaker is going to be podcasting soon, because they have Talking with the Dead Man, or Dead Man Talking. That was the name that old Con Man Thompson is I think Con Man Thompson even trademarked the name Dead Man Talking. Which, if that's the case, I'll get behind it. I can get behind that. Undertaker's in-ring career should have been over at WrestleMania 30 when the streak ended. So that's my thoughts on that. I'm curious to see if the Undertaker does appear at All In. Then they've got it. Then they've got the competition. I'm not saying Taker's the end-all, be-all, but I just love how, you know, and everybody goes, oh, isn't it exciting? I'm like, no, it's very sheepish of you guys to go, and, you know, you find out somebody gets released. They were talking about the Arn Anderson thing on Soldiers of Shooting. One of the first things they said was, you know, it's a long shot, but what if he goes to AEW? I'm just like, guys, not everybody who gets released is going to pop up in AEW. If ATM Tony is a smart man, which by the Jericho podcast he is, he's not going to let Cody and the Bucks sign everybody who leaves WWE. You know, I think they've even said we want a fresher product than that. So, anyway, folks, I'm going to get off here. Remember, if you see a big rig, share the road. Do not tailgate us. If you cannot see our mirrors, we cannot see you. And we'll see you down the road.